and gentlemen, could you please put your hands together and welcome on stage the under-13s manager, Neil Bird.
Good evening, everybody. That's the quietest I've heard the under-13s appearance all year, so good evening, everybody. The under-13s, like we said at the start, it's our very first season. This is my fourth season as a coach, first season in Nottingham, and I've got to say it's probably the best squad and the best set appearance I've had to date. We're going to talk about the players in a little while, but the support and the commitment from the parents, from our... I'm sorry. The support and commitment we've had from the parents this year has been absolutely phenomenal. So all the parents need to be proud of themselves, not just the playing staff. When we started out for the under-13s, we looked around and there was very little Sunday football for under-13s in the area. Every one of our players comes from the NG15 area, and that was the first thing we set out to do, and we committed to that, and that is exactly what we got. Our first training session was mid-May. We had 7 players turn up. A couple of them dropped out in the first week. We actually started the season with 17 players, and like I say, all from the Hucknall area. Our match and training attendance has been unbelievable. I don't think we've had less than 11 players turn up for training right the way through, which is an absolutely fantastic commitment. Especially in January, February, when the weather was in the minuses and people were still turning up. Our first match that we played against a Hucknall sports side that was under 12s, a year below us, and we actually lost that game. But from then, we've gone strength to strength. We went 21 league games unbeaten. We reached the semi-final of the trophy, which we lost to from the 4th top side in the league above. We currently sit top of the table, 12 points clear, and it was only Arnold Town that can catch us. Hopefully, Arnold have got 7 games in the next 2.5 weeks. Hopefully, we'll be able to carry that trophy off. Like I said before, though, it's not just about winning trophies. It does help. It's about the commitment, it's about the attitude of the players, it's about the attitude of the parents, and from our point of view, we can't argue with anything that we've ever had from any of them. It's been a remarkable first season. 8 of the players that we had signed on at the start of the season have not played competitive football before. That is not just down to me, that is down to Dale, who's my assistant, his coaching practices. And to see the progression from the start of the season to the end of the season, if we played Hucknall Sports under 12s now, there's only going to be one winner, and it ain't going to be Sports. It's going to be ours. Okay? So that's the update on the team. I'm going to start inviting the players up as soon as I've got Des back up on the stage. And the reason we play Sunday football is because of our commitment to watching Forest, and I used to watch this gentleman when I was a little bit younger, a little bit fitter. Right, Des? First player up on the stage, our only outfield player, who is left-footed. He's given us a great balance to the team, playing left midfield, left back, and one of the players that's new to the game. He has made a massive progression this season. First player up, Oliver Straw. Next player up also plays on the left. joined us from Astley Park Rangers at the end of last season. Has produced some really, really solid performances, and one of the reasons we are where we are in the league. Lewis Phillips. Next player up, smallest player on the team. Got a massive heart. Not scared to tackle any opponent. I think that went to prove it when we played Bestwood just over a week ago. Guy that's nearly 6 foot at under 13s, went through him like a train. Wins more headers than most people in our team. Must take after his dad. It's Sean Bird. Our next player up, I remember watching last year for Rolls-Royce on Saturdays. Played in goal, decided he wanted to be an outfield player. We've given him that chance, and it's a chance that is took with both hands. He's now switched to outfield, playing mainly on the right-hand side of defence, sometimes in midfield. It's Kai Bramley. Another one of our players that are new to the game, and despite some early setbacks due to his health, scored some vital goals, certainly in the latter part of the season. Started off in midfield, managed to put him up front. Finley Watkins. Next player on the stage, I remember going to the Aqua Juniors tournament last year and him being picked up by Notts County, unfortunately. Unfortunately he was released as well, which meant he could come back and play for me. Been a pivotal player in our midfield and as a striker. Our second highest goal scorer this season with over 20 goals. The amount of assists that this guy gets is unbelievable. If you put his assists and his goals together, top player, Kieran Beals. I believe that Mick mentioned earlier on that there was one person that may challenge the top goal scorers for Ongar Warriors in total. This player's finished with over 50 goals this season in the league. To put that into perspective, we've played 24 league games. That's more than 2 a game in every game that we've played. I believe there's only 1 game he's not scored in where he's played. Obviously, that's them sort of goal ratios are going to put us in a lofty position. Ethan Barnes. And by the way, this is Ethan's first season as well. Next player I'd like to invite on stage, puts in great effort, both in training and in games. Doesn't moan, doesn't worry about what you're telling him to do, doesn't even bother when you get on his back a little bit, which all players need every now and then. Played a lot of football this season, both Saturdays and Sundays. I'd like to invite on stage Tyler Johnson. Next player up, only started playing last season, didn't play for Warriors last season because we weren't around. I believe is the league's outstanding goalkeeper. Has improved his game dramatically from when I first started watching him train for Rolls-Royce on Saturdays. This year has made some world-class saves and it is an absolutely unbelievable talent going forward. Edward Ridley. Next player up is the club captain, team captain. At the start of the season, his very first season, we've seen things in training, we've seen things in the friendlies that we played that made us believe that this guy could inspire the others. He's not let anybody down in that capacity. Started as a defensive player, now playing and creating chances from midfield. Another player that is new to competitive football, Corey Scoffin. Next up, a really big, strong player. Has lots of pace and unbelievable pace for the guy's size. Has played well both at the back, despite wanting to play in different positions. We've had to qualm that little bit of his desire. When he does play further forward, very, very impressive. Another first season, Ethan Jakes. The next player up, some people would probably call a lovable rogue. I've used one or two different words for that. Produced some solid performances both in the centre and wide midfield roles. Lately has become very, very convincing as a right back. Unlucky Des is going to take the crown off you. A very good versatile player, Owen Taylor Parrott. Next player up, got a lot of experience at this type of level, played youth football from a young age, turns up week in, week out, takes the game very seriously, he takes it to heart, sometimes to his demise, but everything that he does, I'm sure he does because he wants to win, like we all do. Billy Platts. On the stage next, I'm going to invite a player that again is brand new to the game, and also in the hardest position, I believe, on a football field. Since we first started training, he has improved beyond recognition. I hope he keeps up his enthusiasm and willingness to learn. I know he doesn't just train with ourselves, but he also does outsourced training as well. Like I said, hardest position on the field, which is goalkeeper, Jacob Day. This player joined us on a transfer. I was going to say a free transfer, but they all are at this age. It's a pity it was cup time, and a pity he didn't start with us from the start of the season. I'm sure we would have had the league wrapped up by now. It's helped us improve our squad since joining at the end of February, and that's Dante DeRiso. Thank you very much. That's in the 13s. I'm literally finished. Cheers.